I came here to study mainly low-income communities back in the Global South. Latin America, it's the place I know best because that's where I'm from. And I used to work in these communities for a long time, for over 10 years in different projects back in Brazil. And I always was curious about how people organize themselves, especially youth, to fight for their rights. Last summer, I was in one of the communities we picked to be one of the communities I'm going to be studying back on Southeast Brazil. I was there doing interviews and being on events and many things they were organizing, so I have a lot of material right now from the field. I started to go a little deeper on that, so now my focus is on girls activists back in these communities because gender violence, as we know, it's a huge problem, and it is no different in the low-income communities that I work with. And I'm seeing a lot of girls over social media and over the movements, the collectivos they are a part on. So there are Black young girls that are out there fighting for rights against gender violence and using social media a lot to do that. For these girls, social media is somehow a place where they can be themselves out there and they can be proud of who they are and inspire other girls to be proud of who they are too. So one topic that it's really something that comes a lot, it's about hair, because of the Black hair has its own specificities, and we used to have a lot of prejudice against the natural hair, and now they are understanding that their hair are beautiful and they should value it. So the hair is just like one tiny thing that always comes that it's really interesting to look at because it's their self-esteem. So the girls are out there talking with other girls that they need to see themselves as beautiful as they really are and not listen that their hair are not good enough, or their bodies are not good enough, or the place they live, it's like a bad place to live. And so it's kind of a chain of things that makes them feel strong to fight first for their own personal self-esteem, but that grows into something more. And I admire a lot their strength, everything they do around it. The minority communities overall, the favelas, they have a lot of strategies in place with the tools they have to survive, because they needed to survive. And these strategies exist for a long time, and social media is now playing a role on that, and it's helping them in a lot of ways. There are problems, but also a lot of solutions that come with the social media platform. So if I can, with my research, understand better these strategies and how the social media platforms can help them even more on this fight they have, I think that would be great. The mainstream research area, it's on Europe and the United States. So, and I guess there are a lot of similarities, but there is also things that are really different back there. So understand that, and having this in mind, I think it's important for us to study and to research these communities back in the Global South, in Latin America, to understand the specificities that come with this colonial background, with all the inequalities, with all the lack of rights that they face in their lives, on their everyday lives, that we don't see in the research right now. It's really rare to see research having the Global South as the main place.